Sahil bhai, kya hota bhai?
Oh man, can I get an intro? Okay.
So, what are we doing today?
Today is episode number 2.
Episode 2.
We started it, but how the fuck are we actually going to do this?
Good question. Can we do?
Where do we even start? We have so many things to say today.
আসলে অনেক কিছু দরকার ভাই, কিন্তু সবচেয়ে ইম্পর্টেন্ট জিনিস হচ্ছে এটা এটা কি একটা আইডিয়া ছিল নাকি এটা নিয়ে আমরা র্যান্ডমলি শুরু করছি?
This was definitely an idea. This was definitely an idea.
আর এই আইডিয়াটা আমরা সাকসেসফুল করার জন্য আমরা কি করতে পারি, কি করতেছি আসলে?
We're going to get into that, but
in a very short amount of time.
So, ideas stay ideas for a lot of reasons, but the main culprit is always there. In our case, আমাদের already demonstrated case আছে যে আইডিয়াটা আমরা actually actualize করছি. তো last episode তোর তো মনে আছে যে like আমরা next episode in real life করবো বলছিলাম.
আমরা কোথায় এখন?
We are literally in the same room, by the way.
Hello.
We are literally in the same room, face to face from each other, and I'm right there to talk with you.
Yes, sir.
This is episode 2 of Khati Hustle, and a very big welcome to everybody who's watching today.
Smart question আছে.
Go ahead.
আমরা যখন রিভার্সালি লগইন করছি, কার নাম কোথায়?
কার নাম কোথায়?
হ্যাঁ।
I don't know.
তোর নাম কি তোর রিভার্সালি দেখানো আছে?
আমার নামে yeah.
আমারটা কি WhatsApp চলে দেখা?
Most possibly.
So your WhatsApp today and I'm Sahil today.
No one cares.
Let's go.
Okay.
What's up, WhatsApp?
What's up, Sahil?
Alright, let's go, man. It's okay. I wonder whose audio they're going to use for who.
Who knows? আমাদের মাইক অন আছে।
Mic সবই actually connected.
আমাদের মাইক অন থাকলে হইছে। Your mic is on. Yes, my
mic is on.
So আমরা লিটারালি তার আগেও একটু কতক্ষণ এপিসোড করছেন পুরো 20 মিনিট গেছে গা। লিটল মাইক বন্ধ মাঝখানে দেখতেছি আমরা। তো
Good question.
হ্যাঁ করছি।
20 মিনিটে
20 মিনিট হয়ে গেছে অলরেডি।
আমার 8 মিনিট।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে ওকে।
ঠিক আছে।
Okay, Mr. Genius, Mr. Nerd.
Okay.
ঠিক আছে। Let's get into why ideas stay ideas. If I ask the average college student over here যে তোমার ideas কেন থেকে যায়?
হ্যাঁ, তোমার আইডিয়া কি এটা কি?
তোমার আইডিয়া কি আমি পড়ে আসি না।
Just say তোমার আইডিয়া।
আমার তো অনেকগুলো আইডিয়া আছে। Do you remember the idea?
ওগুলো আইডিয়া হিসেবে রয়ে গেছে কেন?
Let me get into that. Why not? So, আমি ক্লাউডকে একবার জিজ্ঞেস করছিলাম like for AI যে আমার like what kind of a person do you think I am? আমি গিয়ে সব কিছু বলছি about myself, my dreams, my ambitions, my current trajectory, whatever. সব কিছু বলছি. You know what Claude responded me with?
কি বলছে?
You're a very ambitious person, and if you delved in like 20% of your ideas and actualize them, you'd be in the top 10% of people in this world.
You know who else is very ambitious? Every other person. So what makes us different from everyone else? Or what makes people who want to actually start business different from others?
What makes us different?
Yeah. Is it the idea quality, or is it actually execution?
If I'm being very honest, idea quality chaiteo idea execution is far more important.
Yeah. By the way, it's coming from two like dumb people. We haven't done anything on our own yet, so
depends on who you ask. A lot of people might look up to us, depending on who you ask. Then again, we're a bunch of idiots for our parents at the very least.
Not just our parents, to ourselves as well. Come on, man. We're literally only doing some podcast, but let's go.
We're doing just a podcast, yes.
Yeah, we're talking about our opinions here, okay? So if you do have differing opinions, please do share that with us. We'd love to hear.
You might be wondering, I'm gonna have the tooth can like why are we drinking milk in the middle of a podcast instead of any other drink?
We have water.
We have water, of course, but I'm preferring the milk because, as so you know, what is this show called? The Boys এর নতুন episode যেটা আসছে, তুমি কি এটা দেখছস?
Maybe.
Well, আমি দেখি নাই, but একটা ক্যারেক্টার তো আছেই, ওর নাম বলতেই হচ্ছে না, who likes milk.
Is there?
Yes, there is.
Not the giant.
There is.
Yeah, no, true.
If you don't live in a cave, you do.
I technically do live in a cave, but I'm in America. Yes.
Oh my god. You look like you were a bear that's hibernating. Literally.
That's what I become every time I come, go to America.
Literally. But you grind very hard over there. Yes, you do. You do actualize your ideas.
Do I?
Yes.
I have not actualized a very important idea of mine, which we will get to in future episodes. Now, let's start talking about why ideas. Wait, what are we talking about again?
We were talking about how ideas stay ideas.
Of course.
So, as the average person, how many dreams they have or what they are, they're going to give you a list, a whole list. Which honestly, we are also guilty of. আমাদের একটা list of ambitions আছে যেগুলো আমরা কখনো actualize করি নাই।
Yes,
But সেটা কেন? আমি সবার perspective থেকে of course বলতে পারবো না। আমার perspective করি। So, coming back to the thing that Claude said to me earlier, আমার ambition আছে, আমার ideas আছে. I'm not in a lack of ideas. অনেকজনের lack of ideas আছে।
that's very true.
কিন্তু আমার lack of ideas নাই, but a huge lack of execution আছে। Without execution, all my ideas are just bogus. কোনো মানে নাই আমার ideas গুলো। কারণ আমার ideas গুলো ideas কেন থাকে? Dopamine. I'm going to blame dopamine for this. কারণ হচ্ছে আমি খেয়াল করছি যে I go into the planning phase a lot more than I go into action.
Us, bro.
Okay, ঠিক আছে। So planning mode গিয়ে এত dopamine spurts খাই। Oh, okay. Here. We just got a very special delivery from FedEx. Okay, so coming back. যেহেতু আমার এই প্ল্যানিং ফেজে গিয়ে আমার এত বেশি ডোপামিন স্পার্টস খাই যে ও আমি এটা করবো আমি এটা করবো আমি এটা করবো it gives me the illusion যে আমি এটা করে ফেলছি already. My brain doesn't know the difference between real or fake at this point because of that dopamine.
Okay, makes sense.
What do you think? Why do you think ideas stay?
I feel like we normally like chase perfection a lot. The planning phase.
The planning phase.
The planning phase has a lot to do with us chasing perfection. And we want everything to be like A-star grade, literally A+ grade. Nothing that's less than A+. We don't want anything less than that. We want the highest of the highest quality for everything. But we forget some things. Everything starts with the smallest step. Babies don't walk, right after coming out.
Yeah.
Right? They take small steps.
Baby
They
steps.
crawl. They, take little steps at a time. They stand. There's lots of steps before you could actually start doing one thing. Like I don't think there's any big company that actually started by, just being big. I feel like they all started from a small workshop or something, right? Everything started small, right? So I feel like perfectionism is not something we should chase. So that's one of the biggest reasons why an idea could stay an idea. And there's also fear. I'm not biased, right? We're humans.
Fear of validation.
We fear, মানুষ কি চিন্তা করবে, ঠিক আছে? আমরা ভয় পাই, ভাই টাকা কই যাবে, টাকা তো চলে যাবে, ঠিক আছে, এরকম কিন্তু হইতেও পারে. I'm not saying that's not gonna happen. When you try to execute an idea, it could happen. But the real question is, do you believe in your own idea? You have to believe in your own idea, right? You have to take that first step. You cannot stay in planning phase forever. Even this Khati Hustle podcast, আমরা episode 2 release করার জন্য, আমরা episode 2 film করার জন্য, it took us so long. It's because we were trying to chase perfection, right? So we tried to film this once, like literally 2 days ago. Amra perfection কারণে, we were chasing so much perfection. We were trying to script it to look so professional, be so professional, that we were forgetting the most important thing: being relaxed and talking to each other about our ideas, our plans, and how we plan to do business, how we will actually do this. The premise of the entire episode is, how are we actually going to do this? And we were literally trying to chase perfection on that.
Ironically, yeah.
Exactly. So that's a story for this episode.
Oh man.
Is there anything you would like to add on that?
Let's get into why this is even happening in the first place. On our side, we'll see dopamine. On your side, it's chasing perfection. For both, there's this intersection between both. So chasing dopamine, chasing perfection. You want to get the dopamine by chasing that perfection.
Yeah.
Upon the first try is never the best try.
Of course not.
It's a very rare case that we first try you're a multi-billionaire overnight. That never happens. You have to work এমন ভাবে যে like শুরু করছো আস্তে আস্তে like একদম smallest steps. Even the smallest steps is going to get you to the end destination faster than every perfect step could.
LungiZ.
What are we selling? When are we selling?
Or what are we selling?
What are we selling?
Okay.
When are we selling it? What is more important? Because
by when টা কখনো এটা তো আমি জানি না।
না জানো।
একটু সমস্যা আছে ওটা। সমস্যা হয়ে গেছে।
But সমস্যার কথা বলার আগে, what is LungiZ, right?
Yeah.
What is LungiZ? LungiZ is not just any other lungi brand, of course, because lungi brand এর অভাব আছে। আমরা আরেকটা হুদাই একটা লুঙ্গি ব্র্যান্ড কেনই বা বানাবো? Of course we had some.
না বানানো যায় কেন? একটা লুঙ্গি ব্র্যান্ড বানানো প্লিজ।
কিছুই হয় না।
বাবা লুঙ্গিকে টেক ওভার মানে বাবা লুঙ্গির সাথে কমপ্লিট করবো আর কি।
ঠিক আছে, we can do that, but what makes us special? Why do you think আমরা এটা বানাইতে চাইছি in the first place, right?
Honestly, it happened very randomly. Okay,
It did.
It literally happened out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't even know how I came with that thought. So lungi. So I was like scrolling. I was doom scrolling, and I came across this like a reel of this Rickshaw dude promoting his Facebook. Yeah. So, or basically Facebook একটা like poster ছিল like on his like rickshaw, and he was asking for a follow. And with that follow, he was also bargaining. He was like negotiating. If you follow me, I'll negotiate with you and stuff like that. And I was thinking, this guy's making a blue market for himself. So blue ocean. You know what a blue ocean strategy is? Go ahead. So blue ocean strategy, which is basically finding something within your niche or within your field that no one else is doing, and just doing that. Right? So the rickshaw wala scene is very saturated, right? The rickshaw business. So I found that very interesting that this guy is doing this, right? And he's creating a blue ocean for himself. So I decided, you know what? That's very interesting.
That's great.
So and then I started thinking about LungiZ, right? Like, you know, how could I create a blue ocean with LungiZ? Like I was wearing a lungi at that time, so I think that's why I'm like, I want to do something in Bangladesh. Let me do like a clothing business, right? Because clothing business pop up all the time there. So আমি লুঙ্গি পরেছিলাম চিন্তা করছি এই লুঙ্গিটাকে আরো বেটার বানানো যাবে? Probably not. আমার এই লুঙ্গি নিয়ে এত সমস্যা কি হয়? Right? Falls off.
It falls off.
I wake up with it on the other side of the bed.
I wake up without it.
When I turn the fan on, it blows.
Marilyn Monroe scene defeated.
And you're exposed.
Yes.
অনেক সমস্যা আছে। But it's the most epic piece of clothing ever made.
Nothing matches the comfort. I've said this in last episode. I'm going to say this again. Nothing matches the comfort of a lungi.
Not.
So ওয়াসাক যখন আমার কাছে প্রথম এই জিনিসটা নিয়ে পিচ করতে আসছিল, এই সাহেল দেখো এরকম একটা জিনিস, I'm like, oh my god, that's genius. এটা কি জিনিস, তুই এটা কোথায় পাইছিস? I thought this was a real product. ও এত কনভিনসিংলি অ্যাডটা বানাইছে, I thought it was a real product. Then he's like, সাহেল আমরা এটা একসাথে বানাবো। I'm like, মানে কি? আমরা একসাথে বানাবো মানে this is not a real product? It's like, no, it's not a real product. Then he tells me and gives me all the intricacies যে like আমরা একটা লুঙ্গি ব্র্যান্ড করবো, লুঙ্গিতে এই জিনিসগুলো থাকবে, but most importantly is the lungi reimagined.
Exactly. It's not even the same time. It's what we're aiming to do in the end. But our monohoche initially, we might have to launch a V1 where we will be using like an actual normal lungi. But let's see how it goes, right? But we're going to be pricing it very cheap. Karon amra jotoduk dekhi, the reimagined lungi, it's going to cost some cash, right? So we're definitely going to work on that, but we'll not be releasing that in the market just yet. So that is what we'll be selling. A lungi that is reimagined. Basically, it has a waistband. You can pull it like you can pull the ropes like a trouser to adjust it. It's gonna be very nice and comfortable, right? And one more very important thing: when it blows, it won't show.
When it blows, it won't show.
We don't want it to show.
This could be your trademark model. So Nike just do it there.
I was thinking lungis built for comfort.
Okay, that's like Volkswagen. Okay, I understand that. That's like Volkswagen. That's Auto. Okay, and
Auto?
that's Auto.
Yes, but this guy was German, by the way.
Okay. So Volkswagen now, of course not. Yes, we do have the comfort of a Volkswagen car. Yes.
Yes, but you pronounced it wrong.
Lungi is there. Hi.
You pronounce lungis wrong as well sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
And you were an owner of lungis. That is embarrassing.
That is embarrassing.
That is very embarrassing.
Volkswagen. Okay, so coming back to lungis. Yes, coming back to lungis. I'm thinking the opposite motto হিসেবে দেওয়া যায়. When it blows, it won't show. But
when it blows, it shows.
And if I enter the blow করবে না, that's the thing.
Let's not let it blow.
Let's not let it blow. Yes,
let's have a wait.
Yeah, that's his plan. Yeah, he's a genius. আমার মাথায় আসতেছিল না like কিভাবে আমরা এটাকে pin down রাখবো, like এটা বাতাসে উড়ে যাবে. How are we going to make this like pin down তোমার প্যান্টের মতন কেমনে করবো so that it doesn't fall off? This guy is like আমরা সুন্দর করে ওয়েস্ট লাগিয়ে দিব নিচে দিয়ে, like হ্যাঁ একদম obvious একটা আইডিয়া আমার চোখের সামনে, but I didn't have the idea. You did. And the hem and people. Yes. Let's talk about prototypes. আমরা first prototype কিরকম করতে পারি এটার জন্য?
So basically, we can make a real movie. So you guys want an example of a real movie? I got you.
Yep. You can understand me into this stuff. Yeah. They know the results.
So this is a lungi.
Start to do it there, what we did.
As you can see. So what we will do is basically we'll put a waistband, an elastic waistband with a drawstring. Yes. And you know, we can adjust it to our comfort. Normally you would wear lungis just by like, you know, putting it on and just tying it up, right? But we're not gonna do that. We're going to take this guy and then we're going to basically do something like this so that it doesn't look like a skirt, it looks like a lungi, because you want this flowing, right? And we'll just put a waistband
On top so that it sticks, and she waits on the hem so that
exactly
it does not go away.
Because when it blows, it shows.
Do you think Marilyn Monroe would have liked this stuff?
I don't know who that is. You don't know her? I'm kidding. Of course. Of course she would like this. Come
He
on.
would love this, let's be honest. But her iconic scene gives the hoitona. So we would have essentially stolen an actual very famous trademark PC. Anyways, so prototypes. আমাদের first idea ছিল যে আমরা লিনেন দিয়ে করবো, right? But turns out লিনেন দিয়ে আমরা যদি prototyping করতে চাই, it's going to cost us a fortune of some kind.
A fortune we don't have.
Fortune that we don't have, unfortunately.
Sahiler আছে আমরা নাই
তোমাকে, I hate to break it to you, but we just had our first loss in the business. So investor loss হয়ে গেছে। So investor loss হয়ে গেছে।
ভাবাই নাই
হ্যাঁ, তাই আমরা ভাই নাকি দুইজন ইনভেস্টরের মধ্যে একটা আমি আর একটা অফকোর্স ওয়াসেফ। সো আমার কি হয়েছে, আমার এই এপিসোডটা করার 1 ঘন্টা আগে আমি দেখতেছি হচ্ছে কি লাইক আমার কার্ডে থেকে ট্রানজাকশন হয়েছে। আমি কি হঠাৎ ট্রানজাকশন কেন হয়েছে? So it took about 3K from me. I think the can I didn't even buy anything recently. আজকে তো কিছুই কিনি না আমি কার্ড দিয়ে। আমি দেখলাম they even don't show the vendor কে দিছে আমার থেকে টাকাটা। I decided like, hey, let me just check each individual app. Where they feel I just subscribed to Super Duolingo for a whole year.
That's
It depends on who you ask. Into Super Duolingo, I mean, free trial নিয়েছি আমি literally subscription cancel with the please. It's very dumb decision. I get that, but then again, why not?
That's true. It's a good thing you canceled it.
I did cancel it now.
That means next year he will not be charged.
Next year I will not be charged. So
It's 1 year.
this is where we now just
আমারও হয়েছে
একটা lesson পাইছি যে like you need to track your finances real well since from day one, even before you start the business.
Sorry, what? I only see flies coming out of my wallet. Is that an issue?
No, not really. That's also an asset, I must say.
The flies?
The flies.
I think so too.
Exactly.
The flies remind me of one thing, right? Like when we go to eat pita, there's always flies.
Hey, right.
Flies.
শীতকালে বেশি খেয়াল করছি। Yeah.
And speaking of pita, let's talk about Pitha.social. Let's talk about Pitha.social. So see my ব্যবসা নাকি কোনো একটা community.
Okay. A lot of people came up to me, like আমাকে DM করতেছে, like, hey, তুমি কি ব্যবসা করতেছো নাকি? Like, is this a social media site just like every other social media site যেখানে I profit from the ads? Hate to break it to you and every other person who started it, but this is not a business. Social is designed to be a community more than just any other social.
We're losing money. I mean, he's losing money. I'm losing money.
But
I'm here.
I'm here.
I would have to assume.
So Pichate Wasif is our first founding member. So that's why he's very special to me for the Picha project as well as myself, because Picha is not something that's made for a business. It's like it's something that's genuinely going to connect you to the stuff that you like, not what an algorithm shoves down your throat.
Oh, shit.
তুমি ইনস্টাগ্রামে ঢুকো, এখন ইনস্টাগ্রামে ঢুকে তুমি দেখবাই হচ্ছে যে 1000টার উপর রিলস। তোমার সময় কোথায় যাবে তোমার কোনো খবর থাকবে না। আমার জিনিসটা বিরক্তিকর লাগছে, given the fact that আমরা অলরেডি কথা বলছি, আমরা আমাদের আইডিয়াস অ্যাকচুয়ালাইজ করতে পারছি না। This again, the dopamine spurts that we get from social media, traditional social media, is the reason why আরো কিছু করতে পারছি না আমরা, with our time, with our energy, or even our own psyches in general. So Pitha.social এর main idea হচ্ছে যে this is going to be a community যেখানে আমরা নিজেদের thoughts, নিজেদের যা নিউজ পাইছি সবগুলা আমরা honestly broadcast করব, not for views, not for subscribers, and definitely not for making people completely emotionally reacting to everything that you see on the internet. Because Facebook এ ঢুকো, Instagram এ ঢুকো, Twitter এ ঢুকো, যেখানে ঢুকো তোমাকে ইমোশনালি কেজ করার জন্য অনেক কন্টেন্ট আসবে,
Of course.
অনেক বেশি।
Of course.
So there are the 7 deadly sins, but also আরো অনেক কিছু ইমোশনস জড়িত আছে, because the human is made up of emotions and logic at the same time. এই ইমোশনস তাই ওরা ক্যাপিটালাইজ করার চেষ্টা করে and they profit from it. But Pitha, it doesn't do that at all. it's just a community where you talk to each other. Just like আমরা যেরকম শীতকালে এসে সবাই পিঠা বানাই কিচেন্সে গিয়ে, and then আমরা পিঠা সবগুলো বানাই একটা জায়গায় টেবিলে রেখে সবার সাথে শেয়ার করি। A community is just that, একটা warm একটা exchange of words, তারপর পিঠা, food of course, and একজনের গল্প, একজনের life stories আমরা একজনের সাথে share করা for a certain period of time. Pitha also is not there to suck up 12-15 hours of your day.
Did you got it?
Well, it won't, because you know why? Because it does not have an algorithm to hook you. Which is, yes, it does not have an algorithm.
The most latest post is always first.
Exactly.
Oh.
The latest post is first, not the most popular post, not the most even the hyped post.
Interesting.
So,
so what if there's an interesting post that that gets buried in the ground?
It does not. That's the thing. তোমার যদি genuinely কোনো পোস্ট থাকে যেখানে তুই অনেক ভ্যালু দিচ্ছস, like you talk about a research paper, let's suppose. So research paperটা you're gonna get connected to more than 10 million people across the internet the moment you get into them. It's because Pitha.social is not just Pitha.social. We are not locked in by ourselves. You can talk to people from anywhere in the world who's in the same ecosystem as us. What do I mean by ecosystem? Pitha.social is part of an ecosystem of a cluster of social networks.
Yeah.
So yes.
Bhai, kire, tahle এটা কেমনে বলছো?
Here's the thing. So kind of like আমার যেরকম একটা বাসা আছে, পুরো বাসা আছে।
So it's like the ISS?
Not really, no.
So it's something International Space Station?
It's not an international space station, but you could say it is like that, slightly. Or as সবার যেরকম ঘর আছে, everybody has a home of their own, right? I come to your place, you come to my place, we go to someone else's place. All of these are connections formed, right? So আমার ঘরে আমার family members, তোর ঘরে তোর family members, right? In this same way, treat each home as a social network in and of itself. So I'm connected to your home is connected to many other homes, right? Pitha.social is our home. আমি খেয়াল করছি যে in this cluster of social networks, this ecosystem of social networks, there isn't a Bengali presence. Like Bangladeshiও নাই, Indian Bengalis thereও নাই।
তো আমাদের বাসায় কিন্তু বাঙালি আছে।
আমাদের বাসায় বাঙালি আছে, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. So
You guys want Bengali food? Come to Pitha.social. You
Man.
probably won't get food.
you probably won't get food, but you will definitely get something warm, something worthwhile. That's what your time
If you want food, don't worry, we'll make a Pitha.social food delivery app that delivers international.
Inshallah, you're gonna get to that stage.
International cloud kitchen.
International cloud kitchen
Not a bad idea actually.
delivers in 6 hours.
I think we're going to fail in executing that.
We need to first execute these first.
That's another reason why ideas fail. Too many ideas.
Too many ideas. Bolanto, we are both too ambitious sometimes. So
I'm working on too many ideas right now as well.
let's streamline. So we're done with LungiZ. We've talked about how we're going to get the first product out for LungiZ, and we've talked about how Pitha.social, what it is. It's not a business, of course. It's something that's going to last us for eternity.
Sorry, please. Sorry to cut you off. One question. তো কিছু যে আমরা করতে চাচ্ছি এগুলোতে কিন্তু অনেক স্ট্রাগল আছে।
There is.
ঠিক আছে, এখন let's be honest about our struggles, right? What are they? What could these struggles be, just not for us but for the viewers as well? এরকম ideas execute করতে গেলে, right? Yeah, we get that ideas can fail, but how do we get through these struggles and what are they?
That's honestly a very broad question that I'm kind of forced to answer in a short manner, but I can do that. It's really.
Jump a little bit. Let's ask you a better question, right?
Go ahead.
Right now, you are working on Pitha.social, and you're also working on LungiZ with me, right? And you also have a sidekick, if I'm not wrong.
I do.
Right? How are you handling this, right? What are you struggling with the most?
Okay. And for that, let's clarify it a bit more. So upon coming to real struggles, of course, not everyone is struggle-less. Strawberry struggle asset. You cannot go out in the world and think of yourself as a special snowflake who has his own problems and it's they're unique to you. That's not the case. Everybody has problems of their own and of different levels. So coming to that, Amar personally, as you've mentioned, I have doing 3 things all at once. So time management is much more of a struggle right now than it ever was. আগে just ছিল কলেজ করবা বাসায় এসে হোমওয়ার্ক টুকটাক করবা পাস papers, that's it. No more responsibility.
The college is those?
You did not go to college?
No, we didn't. What do you mean? I go to college, bro.
Oh God, you my God. Sorry, I'm using an American term for this guy. High school. I'm done high school গেছিলাম, so into high school গেছি আমরা. Our only responsibilities ছিল just go to school, do some homework, do some past papers, do sleep. Right?
Yeah, sure. Maybe not.
তুমি কি করতে just স্কুলে যাইতে চলে আসতা?
যাইতাম না।
Well, I'm notorious for that too.
মাঝে মধ্যে যাইতাম।
Notorious for that too. Ask any one of
Don't
our
skip school,
classmates.
kids.
Don't skip school. Ask any one of our classmates. They're going to tell you যে আমরা দুজন কখনো তো regular ছিলাম না.
Oh, he was very regular, trust me.
Yeah, so regular that the teachers just gave up on me.
Same.
So
Towards the end of my senior year. During senior year, I became regular. Towards the end of the junior year, I regular to be exact.
Yeah, that's
something like. AS থেকে কিন্তু আমি irregular ছিলাম।
আমি এএসএ তোর সাথে ভালো করে করা শুরু করছি বাই দ্য ওয়ে।
হ্যাঁ, আমরা একই সেকশনে জিতছিলাম।
You know why? Because আমরা দুজনেই rarely আসতাম।
And we watched Oppenheimer together.
Very
Yeah.
weird day. Very weird day. We
were with so many people too. Like we just made the hang out like so randomly.
Not randomly. Oppenheimer আমরা পরে যাবো. It's a very interesting story. So since I'm juggling with a lot of things, time management is definitely the bigger struggle here. Not even the finances, because finances are limited. I know how to direct that. Time, since আমাদের স্কুল বলো বা আমাদের in general শিক্ষা about time management in general, আমরা অত বেশি এটাতে time spend করি না to know more about time management. We just do it. We just get into it and we just do it. So time management for me is the bigger problem right now because I'm an insomniac. Even worse. Insomniac হওয়ার কারণে I don't get enough sleep, and because of that lack of sleep, I try to compensate for it in the later of the day. যার জন্য আর কোনো কাজ হয় না।
You know, I used to regulate my sleep habits because of insomnia and jet lag. Specifically, my reason is jet lag. I used to struggle with insomnia as well, but
That's all, man. This guy like forced me to have caffeine tablets on like multiple occasions, and every single day I met him. So like, I don't know if I can sue him or anything.
So yeah, you go home past that.
I know exactly.
Oh shit. You need that caffeine.
Trust me, I'm fine with the caffeine that I have right now. আমি যখন এটাতে অভ্যস্ত হয়ে যাব, the honest struggle is gonna be even more of a struggle.
Hey, I only have caffeine tablets like barely.
Barely, like thrice a day only, right?
I haven't had any today or yesterday.
Oh, okay. So you're getting back to the natural track.
I'm always in the natural track. You know, I actually had a good night's sleep today. Last night I had a good night's sleep.
Amazing, good to hear. আমারও ঘুম হয়েছে মোটামুটি, but I have to wake up a few times. Because it happens a lot. Anyways, coming to struggles. Mine is time management and insomnia. What are yours?
Time management and insomnia. Me, I gotta say, time management is definitely one thing, very important thing. And I gotta say the other one is addictions. Not drugs. Being too distracted. I'm addicted to distractions.
You're addicted to ADHD.
Exactly.
Yep. Same thing. ADHD.
I have to go to the psychologist.
You need help.
I need Adderall.
So ADHD. How much do you suffer from ADHD? How much? Let's quantify it.
Let's do it in a scale of like 1 to 100. I don't like 1 to 10. Like 1 to 1.
Go ahead.
87.
87. Very precise.
And you?
Honestly, I would say anything like 85 to be precise.
Oh, very close.
Very close.
Very close to me.
Yes.
That hits home.
That hits home. It probably does. So ADHD, these people want me.
I think it's very prominent in our generation at the moment.
You know why?
Yeah. Funny thing is, we haven't doom scrolled like a single bit today. I mean, in the past hours since we've been filming.
Correct.
And why is that?
Yesterday.
Why is that? We're using our phones as cameras.
Yeah, I've been thinking. I'm going to empty like some pocket khali gan lagteche.
Oh, like,
Amar bhule gechi.
I've got to.
What is that?
I'm not that addicted, you know. I'm not like, I'm not going. I might go to college to hang out. You said, we're hanging out, bro. This dude was barely talking. He was just strolling.
No way.
He was literally. He was talking. We talk sometimes, but like, bro, like, respect the fact that I'm with you. Why are you scrolling? Like, bro, what the hell? And if you're watching this, you know who you are. Yeah.
Sorry to offend. So
I'm not sorry.
I'm very sorry because it's Wasif. He's a ear bobo. Nothing's there. ADHD. I'm coming back to ADHD. We can blame everything on anything else except ourselves. We are to blame, first and foremost.
No, we're not to blame. No, it's the large corporations that tell you.
It's the what?
It's the large corporations that tell you.
It's the large corporations.
I'm telling you, bro.
You're telling me it's the large corporations?
No, yeah, I'm telling you, it is.
So you're telling me these large corporations are responsible for your ADHD?
Yes, exactly.
So you're telling me your ideas are not actualized because of these large corporations?
Exactly.
You're telling me all the struggles in your life is because of a large corporation?
Exactly.
When was the last time a large corporation knocked on your door and said, "Boss, you cannot do this"?
My phone. They sent me a notification. They didn't knock on my door.
Which big corporation are you going to blame the most?
I cannot say that.
We do not want to get sued on episode 2. So large corporations. I will blame everything on myself because I am at fault for everything that I have ever experienced in this world. And
I also blame myself, by the way. The everything I said before was sarcasm and definitely untrue.
definitely, he is not gonna be harmed in any way after this video.
Nope, not at all.
That's
100%.
100%. You can trust him.
Yeah, very much.
I trust him 100% for every single life decision I've ever made.
We're going to get into the struggle part more on the next episode because it's very important that we do talk about these struggles and how we can combat it. But for this episode, due to time crunch, we are
Nice to have you all. And third episode, কিছু interesting ideas যদি থাকে তোমাদের, just feel free to comment down. All right, see you. We are signing off. Goodbye.